What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we are back again here on Madden 25, here for another new look rebuild, as we're already doing our third NFC South team of the series so far. And the team today, of course, as you guys can see, is the Atlanta Falcons. So let's just go ahead, jump in, and do this new look Falcons rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Obviously, we are on the road to 10,000 subs. So if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. Also, an extra incentive for you to do that today, as you guys are seeing this, it is in fact my birthday. I turned 26 years old today. I'm recording this the day before my birthday though, because I won't be doing anything on my birthday other than whatever is planned for me ahead. And yeah, so go ahead and take care of that for me if you can on my special day. But I turned 26, man, pretty insane. I'm getting old, I feel like, but I haven't even touched 30 yet, so that's probably when it'll even hit worse. But let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup going into year number one. So obviously, Michael Penix is the quarterback for the Falcons. Kirk Cousins was signed to a big deal. They drafted Penix as well. A lot of people questioning that pick, including myself, thought it was weird that they drafted QB after signing Kirk Cousins to such a big deal. But turns out it may have been the right decision anyway. Maybe signing Kirk to a big deal was the wrong decision. Who would have thought? Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Raymond McLeod, so all this looks great. Obviously, Kyle Pitts still the tight end, although there was rumors about him. So the main additions this offseason for Atlanta was the fact that they obviously drafted Jalen Walker, and then they traded back in the draft to select James Pierce as well. So they have a couple first-round pass rushers, which has been the problem for Atlanta for years, where they just haven't had a good pass rush. So they finally maybe have addressed that, and we'll have to see if it works out. So we also have Jordan Fuller at safety rather than Justin Simmons, who was on this team last year. He has not said it anywhere to my knowledge so far. But with that all being said, we're going to go in and simulate year number one, and we are going to see how this team does. And we're going to see if Michael Penix can lead us to the playoffs in the sophomore season. So I will see you guys at the end of year one before I touch any of the schemes or the playbooks or anything along the lines of that. Well, at the end of year one, we went 4-13. Not fantastic at all. We were really bad, which is kind of shocking to me because I feel like the last time I did Falcons rebuild, like the team was like immediately really good, but not this time around. 4-13, 88 offense, 85 defense. So we'll kind of have to see what went wrong. But yeah, 4-13, I don't think is even close to what the Falcons would ever end up being. I think they're too talented for a 4-win record. Like a lot would have to go wrong for the Falcons to win 4 games of the season, and that's it. So I'm curious to see what went wrong. So let's take a look at the stats and see if there's anything that stands out. So offensively, we're 27th in the NFL. So not great on offense, but Penix looks like he had a solid season. Defensively, we weren't good either. So 31-20, maybe a little too many interceptions. Bijan with 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. You had Raymond McLeod with 11, and then Drake London with 800, 700 from Kyle Pitts. Defensively, sacks-wise, you had 11 from Leonard Floyd. You had 3 from Dorless, 2 from our rookie and Jalen Walker. 2 from David, 1.5 from Divine Diablo, 1 from Ellis, 1 from Fox, and 1 from Arnold. You have 3 interceptions from Terrell, 3 from Kenan Ellis, 2 from Mike Hughes. And that's about it. So not a whole lot to be excited about. That season was not great at all. And the worst part about this is we don't even have a first round pick. So the Rams are about to get like a damn good pick because of how bad we just were. We only have $30 million in cap space to spend apparently. So let's take a look to see. Drake London's 5th-year option, obviously that will be accepted. Jordan Fuller will probably re-sign, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they did draft Xavier Watts, but I'm not sure he's ready to play. Fuller says he wants to play for a new team, so I guess that's fine. Maybe it's probably for the better. Okay, so I guess we're going to let the rest of these guys walk because we don't have a ton of money to work with. Obviously, Kirk Cousins' contract is part of the problem there, so we'll have to see if there's a capability of getting rid of it. I have no idea if there's an out on it yet or not. I have to assume there's not, but we'll check just in case. So let's see. We could save, I mean, we could cut our right tackle for $14.5 million, but Kirk Cousins still does not have an out on his contract just yet. Maybe that comes next year. So unfortunately, not going to be able to do anything with cutting Kirk. So he is stuck here still on that big contract. Obviously, there's been rumors about maybe someone trading for him in real life. Has not happened to this point as I'm recording this. But maybe that does end up happening. Like, I know the Browns and thing. I don't think the Browns would anymore because they drafted so many, or they have so many damn quarterbacks on the roster right now. But Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts up to superstar depth. So that's cool. We needed a center. We knew that. And then, yeah, I don't really know if there's much else will change on the offense. We just really need to bring in a center. And then that would be probably the main thing we need. So Pearson, Jalen Walker will be the starters next year for sure. Maybe you could use another corner. I mean, you could probably start Xavier Watts next year. You probably don't have a choice. We don't have a ton of money to address everything. And again, we're down a pick this coming off season. I don't even know if what other picks the Falcons traded, to be honest with you. But we'll have to go see if there's anything worth signing in free agency. So I'll show you if there's anything we are going to be anything we can grab. So unfortunately, we really only have made 2 offers in free agency. Again, we don't have a ton of money to work with, so I'm just going after Willie Gay and Josh Myers to upgrade both those positions. Willie Gay is actually just depth, but he's still only 27 years old, so that's why I'm signing him, just in case he becomes something there. But yeah, not a lot that we just did, basically, and now we get to head to the draft without a first rounder, and then whatever other picks the Falcons traded, I have to double check to see. But I know we don't have a first rounder in this draft, so that does suck. We're probably going to be giving the Rams like a top 3 pick, I think, which is just super unfortunate. But what the Falcons did, so we have to live by it. So we literally gave the Rams the 5th overall pick, which is just pretty brutal. I guess it's not a top 3 pick, but it's still a top 5 pick. So they ended up, I guess it's not going to show us who they got, but they got a damn good player with obviously the 5th overall pick because of the James Pierce trade. So let's take a look at our options here. So we have James Smith, which I actually do think I'm going to take him today because we do need some D-line help in the worst way possible. So I think this is where my first pick is going to go. We're going to go the Alabama D tackle here. Speed is great, and he will be exactly what we kind of need to start things off to add to this D-line. So 460 true value, drafted 37, but I'm very happy to have him. I've had him in a video already, and he was very good for us. So excited to have him today again. And now we can go to round 3, and let's see what we can do here. Preferably, I can do something in the secondary, but I don't know if that's going to be an option, so we'll take a look to see what's on the board still. So we have York, Samuel out of Oklahoma, Dane Key, Bear Alexander. So we could just keep building on this D-line and take Bear Alexander. So linebackers to me are fine. I don't feel like I need a linebacker now. Jelani McDonald at Texas could be something worth taking because our strong safety spot is just obviously the Xavier Watts, I believe the Notre Dame safety, if I remember the college he went to. But I do think it'd be probably in our best interest to double down on it. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jelani McDonald here in round 3. So let's get a safety on the board, hidden dev, 90 speed safety. So may not be the best 2 safeties to have, but at least we still have Jesse Bates back there. And now we can go to round 4, and let's see if we can get something good here in round 4 to finish things off. So quarterback's on the board. We're not going QB, obviously. We have a corner. We have a couple corners. So I guess between we could use another corner in this building. So between these two, I'd like to see, who would be the better one to take. So speed is good on Antonio Kite. Might look into him, but let me take a look at the other guy before I do that. So, oops, that's what I meant to do. And then Delane out of LSU. So speed is great. So we're going to take the Delane speed, great corner guy. That's not a great way to describe him, but 93 speed corner, only normal dev, 126 true value, dropped in 101. Not bad. Let's go take a look at the lineup going to year 2. I feel like I hardly made any upgrades, but we were very limited on what we could do, to be honest with you. Once Kirk Cousins' contract is off the books, we should be in a better spot, hopefully. So we're an 84 overall with an 88 offense and an 81 defense. So, I mean, they seem to be pretty high on our offense. So hopefully that translates to good things, but we'll see. So obviously Josh Myers was the main addition on offense. We pretty much have the same weapons again. Kyle Pitts, Mooney, Drake London, and Raymond McLeod, which all looks really good. And then on the defensive side of the football, this is where we try to make a little bit more upgrades. So we have now Jelani McDonald starting, and then Xavier Watts is, I guess, going to be behind him. So James Smith, I'd prefer to start. Well, I guess we can move David to left in and have James Smith play D tackle. So probably do that. And then our cornerback room is still very sorry. We did draft Delane, but I mean, obviously other than AJ Terrell, but our second corner is Carr Phillips and then Mike Hughes. So there really wasn't a great way to address corner unless we took him early, but I did take James Smith. So we're going to move David to left in, and I will see you guys at, well, also I want to show you this in just a second, or show you this too. So scheme fit will change to, I guess, vertical zone run maybe. So vertical power run. I guess we'll go vertical power run for this. So we'll see how that goes. Atlanta's defense is going to stay the same. I'm going to keep the playbooks the same because I've seen Atlanta's playbook be good before. So I'm hoping last year was just a outlier and we'll be back and be a good team. But we'll have to see. And if we aren't, then in the third season, we probably should change the playbook to something else. But all right, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully, we come out a much better team than last year at 4-13. That was really disappointing. Okay, while it did get better, it still was not great. 6-11. Again, I've had Falcons rebuilds where we were so damn good, where I was like quite shocked on how good we were. But this one is the complete opposite. We are just bad so far. 4-13 to 6-11. So we had a 2-game improvement, but so far this is not going extremely well like I anticipated. Again, which sucks, but it is what it is. We'll have to, figure out where we could continue to upgrade. Last year, we didn't have a great chance of upgrading. I do feel like we have the opportunity to draft like Jeremiah Smith, maybe if we trade it up potentially, but we'll see if we have the ability to do so. But we have Bijan Robinson, 5th-year option, which we'll accept. Kyle Pitts, who has gone up to superstar depth, so I do want to keep him around as well. So he'll stick around. Tyler Algier, I mean, I know he's a big part of what the Falcons do, so I'll try to keep him if he wants to stay. I don't know if he will, though. So we'll go player friendly, try to get him back, and he says no. Okay, that's fine. Arnold, we can let go. Kaden Ellis, we can well, I mean, we do have a couple of, I don't know. I think I'm going to let him go, though. So we're going to let Devon Diablo go. We're going to let Dion Walker go, and we're going to let Ray McLeod go, and we're going to let Kaden Ellis go. So letting quite a bit of players walk, but that's because we don't have a ton of money to work with. Still looking to see if there's an out on Kirk's contract, which would be really nice if there was. I don't know if there is yet, but hopefully there is. So let's take a look. Let's look at the salaries and see if there's an out on Kirk's contract, because we'd be in a greater position. We could save. There it is, $32.5 million. So, yep, to me, this is a no-brainer. So, bye, Kirk Cousins. It's been great, but I'm glad you're off the roster now. We save a little bit of money by doing that. So now, actually a lot of money. $32 million is definitely a big difference to our cap situation. All right, we have not been able to make the damn playoffs, so that has been dreadful. We need to fix that, obviously. So our right tackle spot is now blank. Lindstrom slides over. So we need a right tackle. We need, apologies, I just had to sneeze. We need another wide receiver. So right tackle and a wide receiver for sure. Defensively, we still, ooh, whoa. You know what? We didn't even look at the stats. Let's go do that for a second, because both our linebackers are now superstar X factors. So I'm assuming they had great seasons. Offensively, we're 16 in NFL. Almost forgot about to look at the stats. We need to do this every single time. Defensively, 30th in NFL. Okay, so 29-18 from Penix. You had Bijan with 8 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Mooney, Drake London. Yeah, this playbook isn't doing our offense justice, so I think we're going to be changing the playbook here. All right, so okay, interesting. I guess Pierce and Jalen Walker had 5 and 6.5 sacks. I guess he had 3 interceptions as well. 14 TFLs and 7, and then 15 from James Smith. Smith was really good, but hey, they're superstar X factors, which I'm quite surprised to see them jump up that much, but they did. So we'll take it, because obviously is a big boost to our defense, but not a whole lot of production last year. Let's keep looking, because that obviously distracted me, because I don't even know what James Smith's dead trait was either. So we know what we need on offense. Defensively, we need quite a bit still. So we still need quite a bit on this defense. We have our safety, we have our one corner, and we have maybe our D-line figured out a little bit, but nothing crazy. So we have quite a bit of needs and not a ton of money. It's 68 million, still quite a bit, but we definitely need to try to address some of the needs in free agency before we jump into the draft, because we want to make the damn playoffs next year. It's time to make the playoffs. So we're making 4 offers, but guys that really are needed on this team. So we're after Zach Tom in the worst way possible, but Seattle is up there with him too. So we don't know if we're going to get him. Wando Robinson, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Kwity Paye. So I do believe we'll get at least Kwity Paye and Malcolm Rodriguez, maybe. Maybe they decide to take it to a day 2 to decide, but I'm hoping to get Zach Tom as well and Robinson. We'll see if we get them. Seattle might take him from us, and we get Rodriguez and Kwity Paye like anticipated, but we do not get, Wanda Robinson or Zach Tom, which would have been nice. So Rodriguez is going to slide to inside linebacker, and then Kwity Paye is going to stay where he's at. So that is the vision there. And then we do have Taylor Moton still on the board, I think. So he probably is the next best guy to grab. So I do think that's where I'm going to go with this. So I would love Zach Tom, but unfortunately did not work out that way. So Moton will be addressed, and then we got a lineman, which was nice. Needed that. We got corners. I mean, we have a couple options. So I'm going to go after Jalen Watson here to give ourselves another corner to be, somewhat optimistic about. So Jalen Watson, and then that gives us Taylor Moton and hopefully Watson to sign here. And we do get both of them to sign. So we're already addressing some more and more, which is nice. And then wide receiver, I don't know if there's another good one other than Robinson. They're all gone now. So you have Calvin Austin. I mean, we could probably just sign him just in case, because we don't know if we're going to get another wide receiver. So Calvin Austin will be signed, although there's a couple damn good ones. I just don't know what our draft pick will be. So he does not choose us anyway. So we're just going to have to hope that we can get a wide receiver with our first round pick maybe. Okay, let's go take a look at this lineup now. In fact, I will see you guys in the draft night before we jump in, and I'll have the lineup set as I wanted it to look like. So here is what the lineup is looking like before heading into the draft. So the main 3 things I'm hoping to draft here is going to be another wide receiver, another corner, and another, the third option is open. We could go middle linebacker. We could go I don't know. We'll see. I would like a defensive lineman, but corner, wide receiver, defensive lineman, or some kind of we'll figure it out. Middle linebacker, maybe. I just need a wide receiver and a corner in this draft in the worst way possible, I think. So we're gonna go see if we can make those two things happen, and let's jump straight into it. So $8 million in cap space left remaining, but obviously we're just going to the draft instead. So if we can get, you know, one of the two wide receivers in this draft, that'd be awesome. But let's see if they both get snagged off of me. So Smith and Ryan Williams both go already. Damn. So was really hoping to get one of those guys. Unfortunately, we're not going to get either. Dylan Stewart would have been a good pick too, but unfortunately he's gone as well. So we have AJ Harris out of Penn State. You have KJ Bolden, Jaden Jackson, Seaton, Leonard Moore. So we have a couple corner options. So let's take a look at the corner options. So B-man, B-zone, and speed is great. So I already like him, but if I would have seen elite speed, I would have been all over it. Let's go look at Leonard Moore out of Notre Dame. So A-zone, B-man, speed is good. So we take AJ, the other AJ, and we'll have the AJs in the secondary, I guess, together, which I don't hate. Could take a D tackle as well, but I do think we need to get a corner. Calhoun, which I think I've drafted him before. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and take the other AJ here with our top pick. So AJ Harris will be the selection, and he'll be our brand new corner opposite of AJ Terrell. Hopefully he ends up being damn good for us because we need it in the worst way possible. So AJ Harris, number 26 true value, drafted him at 6, so 93 speed, but should be able to start immediately for us. So welcome to Atlanta. So that is going to be the pick. And then we missed out on Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. Would have loved either of those guys. Let's take a look to see if there's a decent wide receiver to draft in this instance. So we have Dante Moore still on the board. We have another corner option, which we won't do today. We have TJ Moore out of Clemson, 6'3". Ooh, I like that. So let's take a look to see. B catching, C release. Speed is great. TJ Moore. Yeah, I mean, we could use another wide receiver. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and take TJ Moore here. So welcome to Atlanta. TJ Moore. He's going to be 53 true value, but hidden dev, 94 speed. So we've gotten a couple 90 speed players, which is great. 90 plus speeds, I should say. And now for round 3. Again, this is going to be open for whatever we decide to take. D tackle, linebacker, all of the options are open for us. So we have another corner option. We have Jackson Howard of Minnesota, Damon Wilson, speed rusher, Great House, Josiah Trotter, which honestly, I don't mind the idea of Josiah Trotter, especially if his coverage grades are pretty good. Speed is great. A-man coverage, A-man recognition. So yeah, I do think I'm going to go Josiah Trotter here. He might move inside for us. So welcome to Atlanta, Josiah Trotter, 78 true value, drafted to 70. So to me, that was a pretty damn good draft and executed very well. So now we just need to get to the end of this draft. We'll go take a look at the lineup going to year 3. And then we need to change the playbooks because I'm tired of this team not being good. It's unfortunate. We need to change that. So here's what the offense is looking like going into the 3rd season. So Trey Moore ended up being a 76 overall out of the gate, which is extremely helpful. I assume we could move Moore outside, opposite Drake London, and then Mooney could be the slot wide receiver. I think that'd probably make the most sense. We'll look at the playbooks changes in just a second. And then I want to move Trotter to inside linebacker. And then AJ Harris, we're going to start out the gate as, corner 2. So something like that. Let's move Trotter to inside. And everybody we took ended up being pretty good. So really happy with the draft we just had, honestly. So Trotter will probably start over Willie Gay if I had to guess. Or at least hopefully he does. We'll have Malcolm Rodriguez and Trotter now. So I guess Trotter is the same overall, but we're going to start him anyway. So AJ Harris, and then we kept left and open, but at least we have Dorless there who's solid enough. Clark Phillips, you have Watson and Mike Hughes. So cornerback depth is pretty solid. Let's take a look at the specialists. So slot wide receivers actually Trey Moore, which I'm quite surprised by. I'd like that to be Darnell Mooney. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Slot corner, I guess, is actually, let's move this to being Watson because I want AJ to be on the outside. And then Rodriguez, sub linebacker, that's fine. Walker, and then James Smith, that's all good. Obviously, Bijan's running everything in the backfield. But I think the only thing I'd like to change is I'd like to see Darnell Mooney at slot. I think that just makes a little bit more sense with how tall Change Moore is. But let's take a look, which I guess I can't change real quick. So let's go take a look at the depth chart for slot wide receiver. I assume Mooney would be really good in that position, but I guess we'll have to see. So Mooney is an 83. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Slot wide receiver. Slot wide receiver. He is an 81. So yeah, absolutely want him to be the slot wide receiver. So I'm going to put him up here in the slot, and Moore will play the outside opposite Drake London. I think that makes way more sense. All right, now I want to change the offense playbook if I can, because the Atlanta playbook has not been doing good for us. So let's see if we can change this to something else. So let's see what we got here. So offensively, Well, I know for defense, I want to run Philly's defense. We're gonna run Philly's defense, and then Atlanta's playbook. What do we want to run? What would make sense for Penix? I think I might run Green Bay's. Let's run Green Bay's playbook and see if this will just do much better, man. Again, I want to see this team make the playoffs. The playbooks have not done us great. Green Bay's playbook is always usually really good, if I could speak. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, and hopefully we could finally make the damn playoffs, because we have not been able to do so yet. So at the end of year 3, we do in fact finally make the playoffs, and we did win our division as well. The unfortunate part is we draw Philadelphia in round 1, which is never fun, but we'll have to see how that is going to go. Looks like Bijan had a really good season for us, and Terrell, solid season. We'll take a look at the stats. So we changed the playbooks on both sides of the ball. So offensively, we were 7th in the NFL, so Michael Penix was a really good season. And then defensively, we were 9th in the NFL. So both sides of the ball were top 10. Michael Penix finally had lower than double-digit interceptions, so 49 from him. You had Bijan with 12 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. You had Darnell Mooney really good in the slot, 17 touchdowns and 1,200 yards. TJ Moore out of the gates, 9 touchdowns and 1,100 yards. Drake London was good. Kyle Pitts was solid, but very good stuff all around. Sacks-wise, James Smith, 11. You had 8 from Dorless, 7 from Pierce, 7 from Jalen Walker, 3.5 from Kwity Paye, 1 from Malcolm Rodriguez, 1 from Trotter, and then a bunch of half sacks there. Interceptions, we saw that Rodriguez with 4. 2 from McDonald, 2 from AJ Terrell, 2 from AJ Harris. So all really good stuff. But now we get to play Philadelphia in round 1. So let's go see what it's going to look like. Also, do any of the dev traits, like what are our rookies' dev traits? I'm curious about that really quickly before we jump in. So Moore is still only star dev, but so nothing really changed there. And then, yeah, so star dev on this one as well. All right, let's jump in and play the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, this one's not going to be easy, but we're up for the challenge, and at least we're at home in Atlanta for this one. So here we are with Michael Penix's playoff debut going against the Philadelphia Eagles. So obviously a very tough matchup, but let's see if we're up for the challenge. We get a stop on defense to start things off, forcing a punt, and we forced another punt. Unfortunately, they stopped us as well, but we're up 7-0. The Eagles will get a field goal on the board. Can we go up 14-3? Nope, 10-3. Eagles will kick another field goal. So 1 second left in the second quarter. And now we'll have the ball in offense, and we will... Oh, I thought we were about to score there, but it's still only 10-6, and we will now go up 17-6. The Eagles will be in position to maybe come out here and take this game back if we allow them to, but instead, let's come out here and try to ice this game away, because we could take down Philadelphia. We could probably take down any team here in the NFC. So, nice gaping hole opens up here on the left side. I was about to run that up the middle, but Philadelphia's going to burn their first timeout. So nice game there by Bijan. Let's continue that. So let's keep the run simple, and let's just continue to try to gain yards here so we can get out of here with a victory. I don't want to see Philadelphia with the ball back in their hands, basically. So again, still gain yards on it, 3rd-2. All right, we are in a very, very interesting spot. I think I'm going to go inside zone, though. So let's go inside zone here, and let's see if we can't get a first down run on this one. So there is the hole. Blocks are great. Spin inside, and just like that, that should be all she wrote. They should not have enough clock to stop it. Obviously, they have one more timeout. They have the 2-minute warning as well to their advantage. But we are going to get another block here, and 2nd and 9. Only 1 yard gain there. It looked like we're about to gain a lot more than that. But again, it looks like we have this game as long as we burn this clock, but I think we will. So let's continue to run Bijan. I don't know what the flag is on. Maybe it's on them offsides, not sure. We'll see. Kind of need it to be. It was offside. So accept the penalty. That's huge. Obviously, we don't want to be 3rd and 12. But let's go true clock as well, because we obviously want this clock to go bye-bye. All right. Let's go HB counter. Let's see if they're ready for this. Halfback counter to the right side. 2nd and 4 minute, 47 left. Clock is moving. So I actually didn't need to snap it, but we will gain a yard. So 3rd and 3. I didn't realize the clock was going to be moving in that situation, so that's my fault. Okay, so we might leave them a little bit of clock if we don't get a first down here. So let's see if we can't get a first down completion here. We're going to run it again to keep this clock moving. Obviously, throwing the ball and not getting anything would be brutal, and we're going to get stuffed. So again, Philadelphia's going to have like 17 seconds left. So I do think we punt it, though. I don't think we go for this and give them a chance to be in field goal range. So yeah, let's punt this bad boy. Try to, I guess, take this down as much as possible. We'll sky kick it as well, and we'll see. I don't know where this ball is going to be, but actually, let's just do a normal kick. Let's just do a normal kick. And we'll punt it. If I can get, I don't even know if I'm gonna get this ball off. And I did. Okay. So there's going to be, so don't let him return it. Instead, oh my gosh, get him down. Okay. So they have 11 seconds left to get in field goal range. If they do it, Jalen Hurts is goated. So let's go take a look to see if they can make it happen. All right. And they don't. So we're going to win 17-14 in wild card weekend. And now we head to the divisional round. So that was a huge playoff win for Michael Penix. We needed that. And now let's go see who's in front of us in the divisional round. So despite feeling like the Eagles might have been our toughest competition, because they usually are, we do have to face a 14-3 Lions team. So this one is not going to be easy either. Obviously, the Lions are at home for this game as well. So we're on the road in Detroit. And we get a nice interception to start things off from our backup safety. So that's going to be a 7-0 start. That was a huge start of momentum in this one. I'm assuming if Lions fans see Jared Goff throwing interceptions in playoff games again, that they would just absolutely be in the worst down bad situation possible. Another fumble recovery, or sorry, another turnover, I should say. But it's 21-13. They can still tie the game, and they will miss the 2-point conversion. So we're literally in the same position as last time, where they have 3 timeouts. We just need a first down, and this game is over. So they missed a 2-point to obviously tie the game, which was massive. Let's go see if we can't get a first down run with Bijan. So we got a nice, oh yeah, there it is. So we're gonna get a first down run, 1st and 10. Still going to allow them to get the ball back though. So let's keep burning this clock along, even though they, stopped it already. So let's take a look to see if we can get another nice run here. Not gonna be a whole lot, but it's still a gain nonetheless. 2 yards. Let's continue to have true clock running as well. So we'll go halfback ISO, just simply run it up the middle, and let's see if we can go behind Chris Lindstrom here to get some positive yardage here. And we're going to get some positive yards. So 3rd and 4. So I have one more timeout left. So we're in a very similar situation. But in this instance, I almost feel like it would be better to play action them to throw them off guard. So we can maybe hit Bijan on the backfield, because we need 4 yards and they can maybe get the ball back. So we're going play action here. They're going to leave Bijan open. This is what we wanted. And we're going to get a first down and more. So that is your ball game. And now we're headed to the NFC Championship. So we can kneel this bad boy out. That is why we did the play action, because 3rd and 4. 4 yards have been tough to ask for. Lions run defense, when healthy, has been pretty good. So we'll be heading to the NFC Championship, and I'll see you guys there. We just took down an Eagles team and then a 14-3 Lions team. So we're in a really good position, hopefully facing whoever is in front of us in the NFC Championship game. And now to play the San Francisco 49ers here in the NFC Championship. So Brock Purdy versus Michael Penix here. So we're we're on the road again. So we have the ball after our defense forces a punt, and they will go up 7-0. So we need a response in return. We get that 7-7. Okay, can we go score here? Nope. 7-7. We'll go up 10-7. A stop on defense with great field position. Do nothing with it. The 49ers will take the lead. Can we take it back? We do have the ball with 1:45 left. So all we got to do is score a touchdown, and we can take the lead in this game. So let me see if I can go do that to get us here in the Super Bowl. So we're going to throw London on a go route. And we'll see if they leave London just... Ooh, Kyle Pitts is going to be open, though. Nice throw by Penix. And this might be a one-play touchdown. Wow. No, they're going to catch up to him, aren't they? No, we're in. We're in touchdown. So that was a one-play touchdown to Kyle Pitts. Needed that. And let's go see if our defense... Okay, so we're going to have to do it again. Let's go back to the same play. Let's see if they allow that to... I imagine they don't. But you never know. So let's see. But we need another touchdown here, because obviously, again... I mean, Kyle Pitts is going to be one-on-one, so that position, maybe shouldn't have thrown that, but I did try to force it over to Kyle Pitts. So, all right, let's go forwards, and let's go see what we got going on here. So, Bobo's on the outside, Mooney and London. All right, Jake Bobo. Shout out to Jake Bobo. I think they're going to leave London wide open, though. So, Drake London, there we go. Give me some blocks. Oh, my gosh, we're not going to get down there, but we are going to be in San Francisco territory. We just need to continue to... throw this ball downfield. They're leaving guys wide open, and we can maybe get ourselves in the end zone. I think they're going to leave. No. Oh, my gosh. This nice ball placement. Beautiful ball placement by Michael Penix. I'm surprised I got past that corner or whoever that was, but he could have maybe jumped and lurked that. He didn't, thankfully. So 23-21. 29 seconds left. Defense just needs to hold up, and they get an interception, I think, from... AJ Harris. I don't know what happened, but we have the ball, and just like that, we are headed to the Super Bowl. 24-21. Beautiful touchdowns, and honestly, quick ones as well. The 49ers defense was very easy to move the ball on. All right, let's go see who's in front of us in the Super Bowl. Will it be the Ravens, like usual? We'll see. So now for the Super Bowl, as it will not be the Baltimore Ravens. In fact, it's going to be the team that always represents the AFC in real life lately, the Kansas City Chiefs. So Mahomes and the Chiefs. So let's go see if we can get ourselves a Lombardi, as they will start off, hot, and they're up 7-0. But thankfully, we get an interception from AJ Harris, who continues to be great for us. And we will tie it 14-14. 21-14. Can we tie it here? No. What about now? Yes, 21-21. Fourth quarter time. We get the ball here. Let's go score and take the lead. We kick a field goal with no time remaining, basically. And just like that, a Lombardi is coming to Atlanta. So Michael Penix is going to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Best part is I didn't even have to jump in to take care of that one. They get it done for me. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We will continue to chug along with these new look rebuilds. I think you guys won't see another video until Friday, which will probably be a flashback Friday rebuild. I'm not recording any videos tomorrow for my birthday, which is why you guys won't see a video on Thursday. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you'll see me. So thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.